Yo, 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 where we at? Where we at? Peace and love. What up? What it do? What's popping? What's cracking? What's happening? Give me a minute to run these love commercials and we gonna get right to it. Right to it.
YouTube, you fools try to limit me. Muting and deleting channels, thinking that's the end of me. Y'all are not on my level, smaller than a centipede. This is my purpose, TBT is a ministry. I do not tire, my God gives me energy. Chose by Messiah, you believe? Come get with me. Married to a black queen, we got the illest chemistry. Founded the black tube, and now we making history. Black tube, 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 black black tube, 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 what? TBT, 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 what? TBT, 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 what? TheBlackTube.com. I'm a giant killer, son of an omniscient God who's realer. If this be the thriller in Manila, I'm Ali in his prime. It's showtime, go time, about to take what's mine. We are not with your agenda. We showing real life.
Whoa. Yeah. Another investigation that took long. Whoa. Whoa is what I'm saying. Is whoa. Crazy. I I was thinking like, where do I start? And with these few stories, it don't even matter where I start at, right? Because all of them is gonna be peace, peace and love. We got in the building, Dr. Hope Owens, ill, PhD. What it do, sis? Um, I saw, and this has been what is it? A date on this? It don't even matter. I saw Trump tell a little melanated girl, a little sister, that he would pay millions for her hair. He loves her hair, and it's in like a little curly furrow. You want to see it? I don't want to see it. I'm not even sure on this particular video if they show the baby, but just looking at him, it just gave me that sunken place, get out type of moment. You know, you saw how those people were looking at our people. You know, some would say with envy, but that's not what I'm talking about, because he expressed that, because he said he loves her hair. He would pay millions for it. Now, I don't want these brothers and sisters who are um, jocking Trump. Y'all know what jocking mean, right? You know, you riding his jock, you jocking him. To take that as a way to say that he cares about our people. No, 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 no. This is so creepy to me. Again, it gave me that feeling of that movie Get Out. Like, I want your eyes, I want your hair. Like, it's creepy, very creepy. Let me see if I can, at the very least, show y'all the little sis who he was saying this to. Where is the video? It was just literally playing. Okay, so do they show her? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. So, let me blow this up. And this is on the Times and the Sunday Times. I thought it was like ABC or something. We'll see. So let me take the video back some and turn it up like that. And where the video at? Now to take this down. And boom, now I gotta, here we go. So put that up there. And I think I should turn his music off. Hold on. How do that? No, need to be keeping it on, but that's not the way this works. You gotta just turn it down. So, all right, let's go.
Oh, I love that girl. I love that hair. I want her hair. She's a pirate. Can I buy your hair? I'll pay you millions. What were you going to tell the president?
Half dead hybrid. And look at the baby.
I vote
Look at him.
Hello, everybody.
Well, Mr. President,
We love you.
He just looked dead, like blood clot, straight up vampire.
We love you.
so much.
Hey, come on, sit up here. Let me get one.
Yeah, he thought they sucked up that baby energy. Look at him, looking like the Crypt Keeper.
Okay?
That's a neat.
Perfect PR moment, right? Why is this even up here? Okay, so let's just take it on. I'm saying again, they gave me that Get Out vibe. Looking at him and what he said, you know, come on, get in here. Let me pat you on the back. Like, what the blood? What the? I'm not rocking with that. You can try to make it into anything that you like, but I'm not rocking with it. Knock yourself out with it. So again, that was a creepy moment, but it wasn't as disturbing as this next story. This next story is very disturbing. I want y'all to know that, right? So I listen to AM radio. I listen to, you know, news on the AM radio, right? And they were running this story about a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old babies sleeping on their porch since January here in Detroit, right? Do you know how cold it is? Like literally right now, I can't see that. That's too small, but I know yesterday it was 18 degrees. You know what 18 degrees feels like with a even colder wind chill? Two babies sleeping on a porch since July. Now, initially, when I heard this story, because the AM radio station that I listen to, they play the same stories for a couple of days, but it's a multitude of stories. So it's not like I'm listening to it 24 hours as to where I can absorb everything that they're repeating, right? So again, this story comes on the AM radio and I'm listening to it. And the first thing that came to my mind was, I bet you these parents are some type of religious zealots, Jehovah Witnesses, or something like that, because you got the baby sleeping on the porch. I just Right, exactly. I'm sure he does too. Like if you looked at how Trump was looking, like it was real creepy. He looks dead. He looked like, he ready to go to bed with Bill Cosby. You know what I'm talking about? Like he looks dead. So if you ain't get that, you will get it. You know what I'm saying? Um, wow. So again, I kept hearing this story. So the following, maybe after hearing the story for a day or two, I came home and I went to the local news on YouTube. Like here, we got Fox 2 Detroit News. We got our NBC is Channel 4 WDIV. Our ABC is Channel 7 WXYZ channel. You know what I'm talking about? So of course the local news were running it, and the first thing that I'm going to be honest, the first thing that came to mind wasn't um, the religious convictions of the baby's parents who have them sleeping on the porch. The first thing that came to my mind is, what neighborhood is this? You understand? Like what neighborhood, what and I use the word community lightly, but what community would not get involved? Is it an enclosed front porch as to where neighbors couldn't see it? Right? What's going on in the neighborhood? That's the first thing that came to my mind. And the second thing that came to my mind, of course, was these parents undoubtedly have to be some type of Jesus freaks. And don't try to get on me for saying that. Like y'all saw that movie just like I saw that movie. But what I can remember the adopted girl, and she turned out to be a mini woman, actually an actual grown woman that was small like a child. What's the name of that movie, baby? The movie where the little girl is not a little girl, she actually a woman and she gets adopted by the family or whatever. Orphan. That's what, Orphan. This little evil ass woman, pretending to be a little girl, kept that King James Bible with her, right? And she dropped it at school one day, and one of the other little girls, I don't know, they were just calling her Jesus freak. But again, that was the second thing that came to my mind. So when I got home and I watched the news, I found out I was correct. Literally, the father of these two babies that has them sleeping on a porch is Rem Porchak. He's a minister of a church that is like just a few blocks away from the home. And they interviewed some of the neighbors, and the neighbors said that they would bring food to the little boys, try to offer them help, and they wouldn't take anything from them. They used the word um, brainwashed, right? So again, when we start talking about some of these good Rem Porchak, pastor pimping, uh, you know, pastors and things like this and that, as well as their congregations, um, some of these people aren't the most uh, mentally sound people. You see what I'm saying? Um, I just thought that was crazy. So again, on the news, matter of fact, I'm gonna play the clip right quick. Let me find it. Shouldn't take as long as the other clip. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Here. Let me see. Turn this. I think I'm gonna have to turn the music off for this one, because if I don't, it's not gonna sound right. So let me get rid of that. Turn this up. Take this down. This is a job right here, y'all. I should be having my cash app up here like everybody else. And this is a job, my friends. Um, think, yeah, that's it right there.
How long have they been there?
Neighbors were concerned, and now community advocates are getting involved. Fox 2's Jessica Dubnek is live with the new details. And what else have you learned at this point, Jessica? It's just heartbreaking.
It really is. We've been tracking this story since the weekend when, as you say, some community members got involved and they started to gain some momentum. Now, we do have an update from Detroit police that the 12 and 15-year-old boy that was sleeping out in the porch while their parents slept inside last night. They went with Detroit police. They were taken to family friends' homes, so they have a warm place to stay, at least for the short term. Detroit police now working with that family along with
Hold on, y'all gotta see that. Y'all gotta see that. I'm trying to interrupt it occasionally because I don't want to, y'all know what it is. We already shadow banned. So take it back a little bit.
since July. Like it was routine. We watched this.
We gotta hear that.
But apparently these kids, they've been sleeping out on the porch since July. Like it was routine. We watched this 15-year-old walk down the block onto his porch and settle in for the night. And last Saturday, the same thing.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Y'all all right, man?
From under a lump of blankets, wrapped in a coat, the 15-year-old boy pops up, sleeping on the porch at his West Side Detroit home. With the wind chill, it felt like 15 out.
Man, you want to go get something to eat or something, man? Like, there's a lot of people.
Hey, on the west side of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a thousand with everybody within listening distance. Typically, again, if somebody bring this story up, two babies sleeping on the front porch, a lot of uninformed people would initially think that this was something that happened on the east side of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And again, as I said, ill-informed. Like most people who live in the city of Detroit, whether they live on the east side or the west side, they tend to only be familiar with their own circumference. You see what I'm saying? They may not necessarily know. Like I can name certain areas on the east side of Detroit, but I'm not thorough on everything in every neighborhood on the east side of Detroit because I'm from the west side, right? So they're going to be key neighborhoods that certain people that's from the east side are going to know exist on the west side, but that's not going to make up for the majority of the west side. Just let me say that. But again, let's let this play. There's no disrespect because my east side people, I know better. You know what I'm saying? I know east side people that take care of business, right? I know some neighborhoods on the east side where the homes are still owned by the families who owned them in the 1950s, these melanated people who were able to pass on generational wealth to their children and grandchildren, whether they spent 30 plus years at Ford, Chrysler, or GM, you understand? Whether or not they use that money to build their own businesses, or they bought stock in GM, Ford, or Chrysler and it paid off. You understand? Like, yeah, I won't get into one being better than the other because it's some ruthless ass shit that go down on the west side of Detroit. You know, if you slide down Dexter and you slide out in Brightmoor, you see what I'm saying? Like, so let me let this play.
People trying to help y'all, bro. The child himself told me that he'd been out there since July.
12 and 14-year-old brothers. The older one told local podcast host Mark DeAndre last Saturday that he's been sleeping on the porch for 5 months. And sometimes his brother does too, while their parents live inside. Neighbors we talked to corroborated.
In July, it was 80, 90 degrees. Now it's 20 degrees. You know what I'm saying?
They be out there at nighttime. Like the other night, I seen them walk up and go on the porch. Like, that's it.
The neighbors and Mark offered the kids food, money, and shelter. They wouldn't take it.
I don't know if they like brainwashed at this point, you know what I'm saying? Because who want to be sleeping on a porch?
We have been trying to
I gotta
get answers all day and night out here from the kids' parents.
Oh, yeah. Shoes, blankets, toothbrush. Uh-huh. This is the craziest thing I've seen.
It's set up like an actual bedroom on the porch.
Oh, look. At least they got those. That's nice.
No one ever answered the door Monday. We did some digging. The house is registered to a local pastor at a Baptist church less than a mile from the house off Leslie Street near Dexter. He's allegedly their dad.
Okay, so they live in the Dexter area. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, and that's where the church is at. So, again, it's Detroit is something different, right? You know, I can not too far from the neighborhood of Brightmoor is a neighborhood called Rosedale Park, right? Beautiful $200,000 and up homes all throughout that area in Detroit. You see what I'm saying? I mean, in that particular neighborhood. So again, you have Rosedale Park, you got Sherwood Forest, you have Palmer Woods. These are all neighborhoods inside of Detroit. These are not suburban territories. You understand? Just like how you got Coney Gardens, and you know what I'm saying? Like, these are various neighborhoods throughout Detroit. Again, so when I heard that the father was a Baptist minister, it just made more sense to me. You know, again, not because they are of the denomination of Baptists and not Pentecostal, and you know what I'm talking about? Like, no. I just knew it was some type of, that shit is crazy, y'all. Like, we really rarely discuss. We will say things like the preacher's daughter or the preacher's son. You see what I'm saying? But we never give detail as to how they became like promiscuous. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about the preacher's daughter, and then sometimes the preacher's son turns out to be the key man. He's out here selling the kilos of cocaine. You know what I'm talking about? Or he becomes the homosexual. You understand? Or he becomes a killer. You know? Yeah. These are the things that we will discuss, but again, we won't emphasize on how that particular ideology produces these types of people. You understand? Again, we, you know, throughout the years, have spoke about the guy who murdered Martin Luther King's mother, right? The Hebrew Israelite brother who, you know, why I was just looking at a bill from 3 years ago where I was discussing that particular guy who committed that heinous crime. You know, had it been your mother or my mother, it you know, hey, that's what it was. He said that he murdered her because she was a Christian. Like, for real, bro? As if Christianity, Islam, and Judaism ain't all up under the same fucking umbrella together. And you can't have one without the other, so to speak. How you say that? The Abrahamic religions? Abrahamic, how you say that? Crazy. So we gonna get on one more and I'm out of here. We gonna talk about what's the rapping girl? Sexy Red. Sexy Red and her allegedly spreading STDs, right? Like her one of her baby daddies, or you know, her child's father, should I say, is letting loose on her behavior, right? And the outcome of it, right? You know, is very unhealthy. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I don't, you know, like, what makes we know the answer to this, but again, why would you want to even entertain a woman who, and I can't, like, I sound crazy and I really can't put this shit together because I'm not a fan. I cannot tell you one line of any of her lyrics. Like, I don't know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But yet here it is. I'm being made aware of her promiscuous ways and her spreading allegedly these STDs, and it don't even, I don't even have to say allegedly, because on many of these videos it's her saying this out of her mouth. She say she plan to burn plenty more, excuse me, right? So in the midst of us examining briefly her, the big thing was the herpes complex too. You know, now when you have a man or a woman running around saying that, you know, they had something like a chlamydia or something like that, you know, what you call the other shit, trichomosis, however you say that shit. Those things have cures, right? You know, they have cures to that. They don't have no fucking cure to no herpes. And allegedly, that's what Sexy Red is running around here, giving out to niggas. Niggas say all they got is hard dick and bubble gum. Well, shit, she got something for your hard dick giving out ass. If you trying to go that route. And in particular, there's a male. I don't know if he's just some type of social media cat, or if he rap, or I don't know. Shit. All I know is he's known to carry that particular STD, right? And from what they were showing, she's known to be seen with him, right? And people put two and two together, and you already know what it is. So, what really tripped me out is the fact that, yeah, you know, she on fire and saying she's on fire, and you know, you still trying to blow her fire out. Like, you know, that's your mistake, young man, an old man, or, you know, a minor teenager who, you know, whoever go that way, you know, is information about her is already out here. But I came across another story about this OnlyFans woman who slept with over 100 men in one day, right? And I think it's 101 men that she slept with, right? And now her plan is to sleep with 1,000 men in 24 hours, right? Becky and them be doing some shit. That's the first thing that came across my mind. And they announced who has the world record for the most intercourse in 24 hours. Is the record is 900 and something, I think, is what Willie D said, because I was watching Willie D. Peace to the God, you know what I'm saying? Wow, 900 and something. So she plans to screw 1,000 men, right? So my brothers and my sisters, the next time, you know, we start pointing the finger at the music, the current female rappers being hoes and thoughts and this and that, they don't have shit on these two pale women, right? These are two European women, the one who slept with 101 men in one day, and the one who holds the Guinness Book World Record. I think her name is Mindy, Cindy, Becky, Susie, something like this, like that, you know. She's now again planning to sleep with 1,000 men in 24 hours. Again, these are not melanated women. So the twerking, sisters to do all the twerking in the world. I don't know no melanated women trying to, you know what I'm talking about? Like, nympho you may be. You know what I'm saying? Is this worse than being a nympho? Or is this just nympho activity to want to participate in such a thing? I don't get it. What is wrong with you? Again, if Sexy Red is allegedly passing around uncurable STDs, imagine what these heifers is doing. 1,000 men in one day? Like, let me put them on blast. Let's do that. And let me rewind it back if I can before I put stuff on blast. Let me go back a little bit so we can hear these heifers' names. Let me share this with you all right quick before I bounce up out this piece. Yep. When
has slept with in 24 hours. What do you think the record is? Now we know Lily has done 101.
Lily.
What do you think the record is? I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. 919 by Lily Sparks in 2004 at a sex industry event, which means that she probably did it in front of everyone. Well, that don't matter. If you're doing it like that, you don't give a damn. You ain't got no shame anyway. If you get down like that, zero shame whatsoever. Anyway, fam, Lily was crying like she really was trying.
All right, I'm gonna show y'all a picture. Where it at? Bam. So there it is. There it is. OnlyFans. 101 dudes, 24 hours. There go your ho sunny clauses right here. Unbelievable. Cry now, laugh later, lady. How you gonna cry after 100? I've been crying too hard to be talking about you gonna do 1,000 now. All the pimps running from Chicago to get at you. Oh my God. Magic Dom Juan, ain't that his name? Wow. Yep, there it is, there it was. Whoop, there it is, there it was. What I gotta say for right now. Until next time, my friend. Until next time, my friends.
Supreme.
Shock.
Etymology. Say I'm dope, I said I'm smoke, fire, blowing air, carbon, earth, solid, water, wet. I'm steady beat, a sister soldier that dies effects. So gone with all that hoopla and rah-rah. Unless you talking about Atun, Namuna, Amara, pineal glands, all seeing eyes. We call the third eye. We came to build, not pay your bill. Slang them in the municipality, city seals like roadkill, descendants of ancient mound builders. Not supposed to need encyclopedias, genetically encoded. hold it was 720. We got amnesia, claiming we Christian cretins in love with Yahweh, Muhammad, and Jesus, but you was living inside of God when you was a fetus. But believers will never believe